Greetings, Hess collectors and fans. Today I'm going to be re-reviewing the 2020 Hess Ambulance and Rescue. This is a set like no other, and it holds a special place in the Hess fleet. It has all the makings for a good truck to review. So first, let's check out the box. Overall, it's pretty status quo. Against a plain green background, the top features the title of the truck and a big Hess logo, and the side simply gives us the side profile of the truck. The front and back of the box feature the front and back of the truck, and the bottom contains your typical instructions as well as a reminder to follow Hess on social media for updates on future releases. Now, it's a bit of an emergency that we still haven't gotten this truck out of the box yet, so let's do that now and have a closer look. So right off the hop, this feels different from other Hess trucks. The thing that immediately grabs my eye is the red and white two-tone colorway. It just looks so good. The stripes enhance this paint scheme nicely, and the ambulance signage at the top of the windshield and on the side of the vehicle, as well as the various medical markings, add a ton of realism to the set. While the red and white look great to begin with, they are complemented by plenty of green Hess logos. I especially enjoy the giant Hess text along the roof of the ambulance, as well as, of course, the year plate on the back. Additional Hess logos are present in the chrome sections of the truck, which in typical Hess fashion are plentiful. Returning to the back of the ambulance, the aforementioned rear doors aren't exactly doors. By pressing a button on top, the entire back pops down as one piece, forming a ramp for the secondary vehicle. As for that secondary vehicle, it's interesting, and I have mixed but mostly positive thoughts about it. It's a pickup truck that I suppose one would use to carry someone injured. Now, to me, the rugged feel of this vehicle clashes a bit with the ambulance and feels better suited for a fire rescue set, in my opinion, if that makes any sense. That being said, one could argue that this difference in design helps to increase the set's overall versatility. Now, I gotta say, I'm a big fan of the red primary color. It offers a nice contrast to the ambulance. Plus, the white stripe on the side is very sharp, and the rescue labels on the side and in the windshield add realism to the vehicle's look, much like they do for the ambulance. The Hess logos are worked really nicely into the paint scheme, my personal favorites being the debossed ones in the bed. And the amount of chrome used overall makes this truck really pop. There are also a couple of interactive features to take a look at. First, the tailgate opens up, allowing you to actually slide things into the bed, a very nice touch indeed. Also, the truck has a pullback motor, a common feature that is a staple of Hess's secondary vehicles. Now, on top of all of this, the truck has Hess's wheelie popping action, meaning it will pop a wheelie if you pull it back and lean it on its rear tires. Now, it's debatable whether a rescue vehicle should be popping wheelies at all, but it certainly makes for some great play value nonetheless. Although the two vehicles do not exactly feel like the most cohesive set to me, this secondary truck absolutely ups the fun. Now we move on to what I consider the biggest strength of this set, the lights. The secondary vehicle looks very impressive in the dark. The light bar at the top easily stands out the most, but that's not to say that the other lights aren't great as well. The headlights and the lit-up Hess logos, including the year plate, are very bright and illuminate most of the vehicle. However, the ambulance truly steals the show. The light bar, as well as the red and white running lights along the top and front, are incredible. And much like the secondary vehicle, there is no shortage of lit-up Hess logos throughout. Something else that I absolutely love to see is the interior lighting that shines on the secondary vehicle when it is inside the ambulance. All of the lighting on these vehicles is an absolute home run. The switch for the ambulance does not have a flasher setting, but we'll get more to that in a second. There are 4 buttons on top of the ambulance that each activate a sound, and this is the first truck in history to have a different light sequence for each sound. Check it out. These sequences are great, and I especially like the second light pattern that almost makes it look like light is moving across the vehicle as it is driving. As for the sounds, I feel like it would have been nice to have an engine sound and a horn sound instead of just 4 different sirens. I think that would have added much more realism to the ambulance. Anyway, about that light switch that I mentioned, there is no flasher setting, but instead there is a mute setting, which turns off the sounds, allowing you to enjoy each light sequence without any noise when you push the buttons. This is the first and only Hess truck to have this feature, and I think it should make a comeback. The technology was next level with this set, and that's what stands out to me the most with these 2 vehicles. In total, this is undeniably a very memorable set from Hess. In the looks department, the red and white colorway makes these vehicles stand out from others. On top of this though, the numerous ways to interact with this set are what make it better than good. From the wheelies with the secondary truck to the light sequences on the ambulance, Hess crushed it with the features. This was Hess's first time attempting an ambulance set, and I'd say they did an amazing job. That's all I have for my review on the 2020 Hess Ambulance and Rescue. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next Hess truck review.